Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode 6 of Allotment Chronicles. And it is a wet start to this video. Let's get into it.
Don't know if you can hear this, but it is bouncing it down. I've literally just got on the plot now and I'm just sat in the polytunnel waiting for this shower to die down before I can even plan on what I'm doing today. I don't know, I've not been here for a week. Just not been able to get down. For those that work full time who've got an allotment plot this time of year, like, what do you do? How are you getting down to your plot? Because I literally wake up in the morning, it's dark, and then obviously got to go to work, and then it goes dark at 4:30, and on my working days 9 till 5. So how do you get down? Because I'm only managing weekends at the minute, and it is frustrating me a little bit. But this is the first kind of like autumn winter time on the plot. So this is my first time doing it, so maybe I just need to manage my expectations a bit on what I can and can't do and the amount of time that I can spend on here. But yeah, I'm just curious, those who work full time who've got an allotment plot, hit me up in the comments and let me know, because I'm very curious. Now it's hailstoning. It's literally coming in diagonally. Mental, chicken oriental. So I did say that I was saving my polytunnel for a rainy day, and today's definitely a rainy day. However, I've kind of been using it as a storage place as well, because my shed isn't waterproof yet. So I've got a lot of stuff that's accumulated over the last couple of weeks in this polytunnel, and I got nowhere to move it because it's chucking it down outside. So I don't know what to do. I mean, all this is mine, and then all that at the back, and this fence here was just left here when I took it over. And then I've got the wheelbarrow and stuff.
Got to start somewhere, aren't you? So let's just make a start in the corner here and get rid of that mare's tail on top of the membrane, and let's see what's underneath it.
Okay, so it's actually stopped raining now, so you might be able to hear me. So I've pulled this membrane back and it's all eroding into the soil. The soil is bone dry though, but you can see all the old mare's tail roots. And some still there as well. So I'm gonna put all the stuff in there that can't go in compost, like mare's tail roots and stuff. All the stuff that can go in the compost, oh here we go, it started again, is going to go in one bag, and then all the membrane stuff and all the stuff that needs to go to the tip is going to go in that bag there.
I'm not entirely sure if these were cucumbers or gherkins, but they had grown through the fence and they were a bit rotten, so it was time to get it clear.
I've just pulled out the first bindweed root on my plot. Oh. Damn. Oh. Gotta keep seeing loads now. Not good.
Now this next bit of footage I will speed up but I just wanted you to see the severity of my bindweed problem in my polytunnel. I've never had to dig up bindweed before, but I was quite interested. It literally just looked like pieces of white spaghetti, and it didn't really come from anywhere, and it didn't really go to anywhere. So normally there's like a root ball or something where it stems from, but these were just like long white pieces of spaghetti is the only way I can describe them. But there was loads of it. I definitely remember at this point thinking, I have opened an absolute massive can of worms here doing this, but it needs doing and they're only gonna grow. So what better day to do it than a day that's absolutely chucking it down outside. Just thought I can kneel down in it because the soil's bone dry without getting wet knees. And since I've had my plot, I've not been able to do that.
The single biggest bindweed root I've pulled out, and it goes round and loops back. It's literally the length of the polytunnel. Madness. So the flooring of my polytunnel is rubber. I've pulled it back and I'm hiding underneath. So a good friend, mare's tail. Look at that. That's just how it sprouts new shoots. Even though that looks dead.
Okay, so as you can see, we've done along this side. We've pulled all the membrane up. I say we, me on my own. Pulled all the membrane up. Sort of brushed that end of the polytunnel floor, just tidied up here, moved a few things, cleared this area here, ready for the next section. I'm going to pull the membrane back and clear all that bit, and I'm going to save this bit to last just because all the wood's there, and that's where I'm storing stuff at the minute. So it's just a matter of jiggling stuff around, clearing it, and then moving stuff to a different place to then clear somewhere else. We've got a bag of rubbish, a bag of plastic. I've cleaned the table. I've now got lots of membrane, lots of netting, lots of bindweed root, and I've not even dug down in this bit yet. So wish me luck. And then cleared this bit like I said. Don't know why, I was buzzing. I was like, I might have my first water butt for the plot. Nope, that's not going to store any water, is it? But for some reason, there's just loads of plastic bottles. So I don't know why that is either. Remains a mystery, much like the carpet, although that has been debunked now from many people in the comments, so much appreciated. But that is what I've done today. And you wouldn't believe it was absolutely bouncing it down before, because that sky is beautiful. Maybe not that bit. Let's just focus on that bit. That bit looks best. But it is 7 minutes to 4 and it's going dark. I reckon I've only got 25 minutes, so I'm just going to pack up now and go home. But this is how the plot's looking at the minute. Dandelion central over here, cleared that bit, We've managed to clear this middle section now that still had some shaggy soldier in, for God's sake, shaggy soldier. And then, yeah, I lost my trail of thought then. I also have decided we're going to have vertical beds as opposed to horizontal, simply because my thinking is the compost bays are up there, so I'm going to be more than likely going up and down the plot as opposed to across it. So I'm thinking long beds with a path, long bed, path, long bed, path, and just see how we get on. What do we think? This is genuinely how I spend most of my time on the plot, or at least for the first half an hour. Just pondering, stood around, measuring, contemplating, making very, very important decisions about where these beds are going to go. And then changing my mind last minute and doing something different. Cheeky little trial run, see what it'll feel like. Vision it. Unsure still, I think. So for those wanting to know what I'm writing down in my pad, this is it here. My plan for my plot so far in this corner is with my shed, strawberry bed. I've got the flower bed there, I've got the existing pathway, and then the bed I'm hoping to create, and then the pathway I'm hoping to create next to it there. So you can see there in the green dots the perimeter of the growing spaces, and then that's my proposed plan for the pathways up and down the plot, from my polytunnel and to my shed and up to the compost bays at the top end. And one thing I've realised since editing is that I actually talk to myself. I didn't know that beforehand. Every day's a learning day, eh? Now is the time. It's time to put that plan into action. Even though that tarp's been down for ages now, you can still see how resilient those dandelions are. Not for much longer though, because they are going. So on my plan, that bed that I'm creating and digging out now was supposed to be 1 metre wide, but I decided to make it 3 foot exactly. And I feel like I'm going to make all of my beds that wide, because Danny from Grow Up said to make sure all your beds are the same size, so if you get any hoops, it's universal across your entire plot, which makes perfect sense to me. So after looking at the footage back from my time lapse when I was actually doing this, I just need to apologise for the very poor lighting. But as you can see now, this bed is put to bed, you know, no pun intended. Put a leaf mulch on top out of my leaf mould cage, which is now pretty much empty. I know you're meant to leave it to rot down and stuff, but it was just like naked soil. And I was watching somebody's YouTube videos the other day and they were saying naked soil's not good over winter, so I've put a nice layer of leaves on it, and then I created this bed. So this is going to be another bed, and I've done the same there, sorry for the train. And then I knew it was going to be windy, so these metal cages have been stacked up at the back over there for ages. They were pulled up from when my mum did the clearing there, and I just put them down just to sort of weigh the leaves down a little bit, but seem to have worked pretty well. And you'll never guess where I'm off to. I'm off to Wythenshawe to go and get some free woodchip off a person's driveway. So I've got it off Facebook Marketplace, not cost a penny. I've just got to go pick it up, bag it and bring it back here. So I'm gonna have a woodchip pathway at some point this week. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get down to do it, because like I've said about work and stuff, it's a bit hard now. The days are so much shorter, but this week definitely. Bags have been acquired and I got my shovel as well, ready to go.
Yeah, boy.
Good morning, people. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning and I've raced down to my allotment plot just before work because I really want to get that wood chip on the paths. And it might look like it's absolutely freezing, but we didn't even have a frost last night. It's about 3 degrees out, but for some reason I'm just freezing. So I've got my neck warmer, hat, fleece, coat, gloves, you name it, I'm wearing it. But yeah, it's not even freezing. Didn't even have to defrost my car or anything. But we're getting paths today. I'm absolutely buzzing. I've been thinking about putting this wood chip down for like 2 days now, because when I went to Woodchip to pick it up the other night, it's all I've been able to think about, but I've not been able to get down. This is the first time before work I've got down in ages. My alarm's been going off since 6 o'clock, and every like 15 minutes I've been waking up, well, opening my eyes to see if it's light enough to get down here, and it hasn't been. And it's finally light enough now where I can see what I'm doing, but it's like 8 o'clock, so I reckon I'll only have like half an hour before I've got to get back home for work. Fun times. So this is all the wood chip. I think I've got like 12 bags worth, so we're going to be wood chipping this path this morning, which I'm very, very, very happy about.
On the whole, them cages are doing a pretty darn good job, so I'm pretty happy with that. Using my initiative, I like it. And my plan is to roll this up and then lay it down on the other side of the new bed, so I know the width of the path, or paths, plural, are consistent across the entire plot in terms of the width. That's my plan. And also, in previous videos I've said this was a wood chip path, but underneath that rotted down wood chip, which is now excellent compost in all fairness, there is this layer of weed fabric, so got to pull that up. Not an issue. Rather it be off my plot than on it though, to be fair. Honestly, and this wasn't on purpose, I don't think this cardboard could have fit any better in that path. Complete coincidence, but I'll take it. God, look how good that looks. Amazing. Anyway, just as we close out this video with my amazing new wood chip path and new bed, just want to say thanks for watching. If you could like the video or subscribe to the channel, you've been massively helping out. And I will see you on the next one. Look at that for a finished product. I'm buzzing with that. Well happy.